Should we just start with Drake's response?
I think that was the first one, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Well, that's the one that everybody's been waiting for.
right, and I feel like it kind of takes us to where we got to go next.
Yeah.
So Drake, quote unquote, leaked a record.
Whatever that.
Uh, was it Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday, right?
it was Saturday.
Yeah. It's not on platforms. It's not on streaming platforms. It's not on any official Drake channels. But the good word is that Drake leaked it to academics. I guess leaked replaces the word gave today. I don't know, but
I don't know what the difference is between not putting it on the platforms but distributing it on social media. I don't know what the difference is.
me either. But it's weird, and this is what's going on. Drake gave the record to academics, and from there it took off. I believe academics played it on his live stream, if I'm correct. And it's all over the internet. It's called Push-Ups, Dropping Give Me 50. And other people have alluded that they heard it early. But if it's a leak, I guess we all heard it early. I don't know. This part is a little weird for me.
I mean,
It's weird.
we heard it when we heard it. I guess it doesn't really matter when.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever.
sure industry people hear it, but we're not, we're the regulars. So
Yeah, we're nobodies. So
it doesn't really matter.
yeah, whatever. The world heard it Saturday, and we've heard it as well. So we're here to break it down. Drop and give me 50. Drake responded to mostly Kendrick, but he made sure that he mentioned other people. He mentioned Ross. He mentioned LeBron. He mentioned J. Cole. He mentioned Metro.
He did. He sure did mention Metro.
Yep.
He told me, like, go make drums or something like that. He said,
"Shut your bitch ass up and make some drums or something."
Yeah,
that's the quote. And he mentioned Future too, but not by name. So yeah, Drake has responded to pretty much everyone in one record, but this record is mostly a Kendrick diss. He just made sure to address some other people as well, because it's kind of become the industry versus Drake question mark. Which I guess we'll get to that in just a minute.
Feels like everybody has beef with Drake right now.
I thought it was funny because I showed my daughter on over the weekend the song Like That for the first time. She's learning about all of this beef, and so when I explained to her all the people that were saying stuff about Drake, she said, "Damn, what'd you do, Aubrey?" And she don't even know everything yet, but I say that because that's kind of how I feel. Like, yo, what did you do? Like,
yeah, because you have to wonder when so many people have something to say, and so many people seem perturbed, at the very least. Why? What did you do? Because that's the way it comes across. Or, the other way to look at it is people form alliances, people click up, and sometimes that's enough to have multiple people, raging against one person. So,
that's true.
sometimes I'm not saying it's the right way to do things, but I think that's, when you have your squad, you have your crew, and they're like, okay, we don't fuck with this person. Gotcha. You need me to write a verse too? Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Drake was letting us know he's heard and seen everything on the internet over the last 3 weeks with this response. So let's talk about it. What did you think about the response? What do you think about Drop and Give Me 50?
I liked his energy. I like it when Drake preps. So I liked his energy. I gotta be honest, I'm not good at catching all of the references that are made to specific people. Um, so that's, I mean, I listened several times, but I don't know that I caught every single thing that he said to every single person. I also didn't read anybody's. I know people like to, share that with the rest of us on the internet. I didn't do that. But I did catch what I could, and I like the energy that Drake gave. I feel like he too is like building up to something though. I thought to myself, because we kind of talked about this the last time we had a conversation about sometime last week, where, how much, I think it was when we were talking about J. Cole, like how much do we feel like he gave, or was he leading up to something that's gonna come after? And I kind of felt like that with Drake. I felt like Drake addressed a lot of people, but Drake also, I feel like Drake could go even harder. And I feel like he's waiting. I feel like he's saving some of that energy. Like he's gonna drop some more bars on us. But this was good. This was solid. I liked his sound on it. I thought the drop and give me 50 thing was, it was catchy. It's something that you could bounce to. And, it's easy it's easy for um it's easy for you to sing along, like even if it's a diss track, which I gotta be honest, Drake is good at that. Drake
Yeah.
is good. Drake is good at giving you like something harder than normal, but still making it palatable for the mainstream.
Yep.
Because it kind of reminds me of Summer 16, when it started off with "I'm looking for revenge." Like it was a dope song, but it still, you could still like go to his concert and sing along, and it didn't, feel
Yeah.
like some
He's
diss
he's
records are
definitely thinking
very,
about that at all times.
yes, which I think speaks to his talent and his. I hate use y'all know I hate using the G word. I don't want to use it, but I just feel like he's a no, no, don't do that. He's a very talented guy. You see, I'm not even gonna whatever.
You think Drake is a genius?
I don't want to have this conversation
Okay, good. Me either.
because I feel like the way that people use the word genius when it comes to hip hop, the way that people use the word genius for people who don't really deserve genius, we could use it on Drake too. But we could have that conversation another time. The word genius gets thrown around a hell of a lot, which is always my problem with it. So if that's the word y'all like to use, I'm down to use it too.
Got it. Okay. Well, he said a lot about Kendrick specifically. He mentioned that, I don't know how you big step with a size 7 men's. Uh, he alluded to Top being the reason that this beef has not gone further. That Top has called to, stop things and have apology conversations, and that Top can't save you anymore. He said there's a big difference between Michael Jackson then and Michael Jackson now. Um, Something else he said too.
Didn't he basically say that Kai Cenat has been telling him everything?
He
Did
did
I?
say something like, I don't know if he said everything. He said Kendrick is leaning on Kai. I didn't really
Oh,
understand that.
he said no. He said something like you even called Kai.
Yeah.
It was like he was saying you even called to try to get on, try to get in with him, which you
Hmm.
couldn't. Something like that. I'm not good at remembering the words of a song that I only listened to a couple times, so I have to lean on you for that. Um, But yeah, he says something like that.
I'm pulling it up now.
Are there lyrics? How are there lyrics for a song that's technically not out?
You just keep listening to it and write it down and then put it out.
Oh, okay.
XXL posted the lyrics 2 days ago.
Well, that must have sucked for whoever had to write that.
Nah, it probably was fun.
Maybe.
Just trying to find the Kai Cenat line. I know it's towards the end.
Yes.
Begging Kai Cenat, boy, you not fucking beating us. Cenat. Sorry. My daughter says I say it wrong.
I feel like
That's all he says.
that person is anyway.
He says you don't roll deep to this is not fucking deep enough. Begging Kai Cenat, boy, you not fucking beating us. So he alludes.
Right. That's what I got from that. That he was, he's trying to say that. And then I think shortly thereafter he says something like, I got more that I could tell.
He does say that. He says this ain't even everything I know.
Right. Which men
And he
love
made
gossip
sure
is all
he
I'm
made
gonna
sure to
say.
bring up that Taylor Swift Bad Blood verse.
Oh yes, he talked about Swifties. I said, oh, okay. You know what? Listen, tapped in,
Yep.
tapped in.
So, what do you
They
think
run
about
in,
everything he said
they
about
run in
Kendrick?
the same circles, the same top people circles. So
Yes, they do.
you know that's not surprising, actually.
Right. I thought this was great. I thought that Drake came out swinging. Um, yeah, it's got a nice beat. It's got a little bounce to it. The drop and give me 50 hook is gimmicky and makes you want to say it over and over like he does.
Mm-hmm.
So that means I agree with you about it being catchy and something people might chant at concerts. Drake is famous for that, dissing you on hit records. That's kind of become his thing, which a lot of people said Kendrick kind of stole his thing when he did like that. Um, which is why some people felt Drake was upset because this number one hit record is dissing you now. Um, I thought it was great that he came out mentioning all of the things that have to do with Kendrick. He mentioned a lot of Kendrick stuff. He mentioned the Big Steppers. He spoke about your last album.
Yes.
He mentioned Aftermath. He mentioned being safe in the West Coast when he goes there. He mentioned the shoe size, his height. He made sure to say lots of things about Kendrick. So there would be no mistaking about who he was dissing. He did everything except say his name, which I don't know why he didn't say his name. I would think you would say his name if you're saying all of that, but
I guess he didn't have to.
I guess he didn't have to, right? I was gonna say, yeah. I guess if you're doing all of that, you've given us every clue that it's him.
It's
So
very, yeah. To me, it's very obvious that it's him. So
I thought it was great. I thought it was great that he did this. I think it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what Drake said is true and not true. I don't know. Does Kendrick really wear a size 7 or is that a joke?
it doesn't
Uh,
matter.
well, I'm about to say a lot of other stuff. He mentioned
Okay.
his baby moms.
Hmm.
I don't know if there's a thing with Drake and Kendrick's baby moms, but he said, "Don't make me bag your baby moms."
Oh,
So that was interesting. Um, oh yeah, by the way, he shot at Push too, which I caught, but we'll get to that. Um,
and Drake is
he
known for like you know the him and the girls, and you know wanting to steal other people's girls. I feel like that's a thing with Drake, isn't it?
yes,
So
it is.
very on brand.
Yes. I'm trying to think of what else he said that I caught. Um, Anyway, he said a lot of things about Kendrick. Oh, I was saying I don't know what else is true. He said some things about Rick Ross. I don't know if they're true. He mentioned splits and Kendrick having a bad record deal. I don't know how true that is, but he's definitely He's definitely getting at Kendrick. I like this energy. I like that he was direct. He didn't dance around. He didn't play around. This was not, a quick verse. He gave us 4 minutes and a full song.
Yeah.
Basically telling cats they better get their weight up because the shit they're doing is not enough. And I like that he waited till the end to talk about the money and the accolades.
He definitely
Uh,
talked his shit a little bit on. He found a way to loop all that in.
well, I like that he waited to the end because a lot of
Yeah.
times that's what we've heard first from him. So
Yeah.
I like that that was something that was not really brought up until the end when he said that not I've got much more money, much more accolades. You're trying to shoot at the top of the mountain, but I'm so high up. I actually had to what he said? Oh, he said I had to hike down just to do this.
I liked that line. I love
That
that
was
line
good.
actually. Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was good.
Yeah.
So I really like this. I like that he made sure to let everybody else know too. Future, you did not start this beef. This beef has been going on. Uh Metro, shut your bitch ass up and make some drums or something.
That
Uh,
was funny to me. Yeah.
he said Rick Ross is a punk who's taking other people's exes and wifing them. Uh,
We'll get to Rick Ross.
well, I'm just saying he addressed the field,
No, he didn't. No, but
and
I'm
he even
saying, there's more to say there. Plenty
and
more.
he even addressed Cole, which I did not expect. He said, "I don't care what Cole says. That K dot shit was weak."
Okay, so I thought that's what he said.
That's what he said. I mean,
I
I got the
listened to
lyrics here. I'll
I
read the
listened to
exact
it.
line.
I listened to it. But did he name Cole? Was I just missing that
Yes,
when I was listening to it? Okay.
he
Because
said
I
Cole.
thought that's what he was saying, but I also listen and do other things while I listen, and maybe that's why.
Well, stop doing that first of all.
But when I when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, okay. I think he said what I thought he said." But yeah, he did.
Here, let me find it. Okay, that's the Kai Cenat line. Yeah, I don't care what Cole think. That dot shit was weak as fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
He did that right after addressing Future. And that fucking song y'all got starting. Any that fucking song y'all got is not starting beef with us. The shit been brewing in a pot. Now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think. That dot shit was weak as fuck.
Yeah, he addressed that. I mean, that's it read very much like, yeah, my friend not gonna do it to you, but I will.
Is that how you took it?
Yeah. You took it as he was you feel like he was taking a shot at J. Cole?
Yes. Yes,
Well,
I do.
maybe I don't maybe I'm misinterpreting what he's saying.
He said, I don't care what Cole says.
Yeah, he
That
said I
dot
don't
shit
care. Uh-huh.
was weak as fuck. Your diss record to Kendrick and everything you did was weak as fuck.
Okay. I feel like there's a lot that could be interpreted from that.
I think it's very direct.
Well, okay.
Speak, come on, you got a platform. Let's do it.
Okay. I just feel like it could be like, is he talking about taking down the record? Is he talking about making the record? He doesn't make that clear. That's not that dot shit could be a number of things that happened over the last 2 weeks. That's why I'm saying that. It's not
I think it's all of it. I think he's saying everything you did
well,
concerning this situation was weak.
okay.
Yeah. And that surprised me. I got to be honest, because they've maintained their buddy buddy relationship for quite some time. And it seems to me like
Think that's over?
I think it's wartime and Drake is addressing everyone. I don't know what happens now because Cole doesn't want beef. Cole, it's messing with his soul. He's
I'm not
deleting the record from the internet.
I'm not listening
He's
to
apologizing on stages.
I'm not listening to any cold disc records that come out. If they come out, I'm not doing it. I'm telling you right now. You want to come on here and you want to talk about it? because you listen to it. I'm not listening to it. If you don't want to be a part of it, you already said you don't want to be a part of it. Don't come back later and drop anything having to do with this. I'm not interested.
So you think, okay, let me ask you a question. I believe when Kendrick responds, he will be responding to to Drake primarily, but I think he will 100% be dissing Cole as well.
I don't see how he doesn't.
Because, okay, and my question is this: you don't think Kendrick and Drake? All right, let me try to word this properly. You don't think what Drake just said, plus whatever Kendrick does, will make Cole mad enough to really come at both of them?
I think it's possible. But what I'm saying to you is if that happens, no, you had your chance. No. I'm not gonna go on this roller coaster ride with J. Cole about his crisis of conscience. I don't want to. I've grown bored, and I don't. Because to go, you release your EP, and then we try to go back to the song that you already gave us, and you really took it off of streaming platforms. You couldn't just apologize and then just no. And to all the people who think that he's acting with integrity and it's just so beautiful, it's a beautiful show of character. Fuck that. All is fair in love and war. Like, I don't understand why this is rap. This is hip hop. I don't. What are we doing?
Right.
It's okay to have healthy competition. Like, nobody said, "Oh, I'm gonna go shoot up your mom's house" or anything like that. Nobody said anything like that. So
Right.
that's why I'm like, the more I sit with it, the more I think about this J. Cole shit. Like, that was really whack.
Yes, it was.
I don't like that it got taken down just because it was like you gave it to us as part of a body of work. And then you had to, you know what? You called it my delete later, so we should have listened to you. We should have known that you were going to take something down. Jokes on us.
Yes,
Jokes
it
on us.
was.
But no, I don't want, he could get mad. Sure. But you go get mad in private. And the same way we can't access 7 Minute Drill, we can't access anything else either.
Oof. Okay.
He wants to put out an album and, regular album, J. Cole album and all that. He has the fall off coming, whatever. I'll listen to it. What I'm not going to do is I'm not looking to J. Cole to be a part of this conversation anymore because he took himself out of it. So respectfully, I'm going to let him stay out of the conversation. He would look foolish, I think, to come back now with another diss track. What are you playing games with us?
I think he is playing games with us, but
Maybe he
another topic
is.
for another time.
I mean, no, it's a topic for now. If he's playing games with us, that's fine. But guess who doesn't like games?
You.
So I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I know maybe that's harsh, but
I just wonder if they make him mad enough, will he do the real diss record and not take it back? That's what I wonder.
it was lame, and he has to, he's dealing with,
He's got to take it on the chin, as he said.
I think he has to take it on the chin.
Got it.
If he wants to maintain his integrity and his character, as so many people are so concerned about.
Got it. Okay. So let's wrap
I
it up.
didn't realize I didn't realize to do hip hop you had to have such, integrity and character. Like it's just like anything else. It is okay for things to be competitive. It should never get to a level where it causes harm to people. It should never get to a level where we're talking about rappers dying or anything like that. Artists dying. No, it should never get to anything like that. But can we have some healthy, a little healthy machismo, if there's such a thing? Like, you got me looking at Drake better than you right now.
I guess what? Well, I agree. There are plenty of rappers who have battled and maintained their integrity. Um, but let's wrap up with this Drake record before we move on. Uh, so what are your final thoughts on this? The Kendrick parts. What do you think? Where do you think we go now? Kendrick has not responded. 2 days out.
I mean,
What are your thoughts?
what country gonna say? You know, somebody already talked about Drake's nose. What can Kendrick say now? Now that Drake has talked about his foot. Just,
Well,
I'm
Kendrick can say a lot. Drake said a lot, and I think
I'm
Kendrick has been
kidding.
waiting for this.
I'm kidding.
Uh,
I was just kidding. But
okay, so
because I just think the thing is, I just think some of the things Drake said was funny, and what I will say about that is that I think that this was very true to Drake's personality.
yeah,
It felt like he did really sit with it for a week and go, what am I gonna say? It felt very much. It felt very personal, if you will.
well, I
So,
mean,
and
yeah,
it is personal, right? But you could tell. To me, there's something to be said about when you take away all the stuff that they do on their albums, when they're experimenting with sound, something that Drake has done a lot of in the last few years, when they're doing all of these different things, and you kind of strip it of all of that, and you just got Drake and his I don't know, his iPhone notes or whatever it is, wherever he writes his verses. And this felt to me very much like that. Like he was just like, okay, I just finished yoga. I imagine Drake does yoga. I just
okay.
finished. I just finished my morning yoga in my Under Armour
I
tights
don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know what just happened.
and my OVO t-shirt, and I think I'll write now. And I feel like it's very much like it came off very much like the personality that we see when he's not rapping almost. I feel like that was shining through, which I really liked. Um as far as the Kendrick stuff goes, I mean, specifically that, I think he did what he came to do. And I'm excited because again, healthy competition. Like yes. Say what you got to say to Kendrick. We're sure Kendrick will come back with something. And also I did like that he talked about, hey, like y'all don't respect we know Drake doesn't think people respect him. So
Right.
for Drake to be able to end the song with, well, I'm up here and y'all are where y'all at, I appreciated that because I feel like Drake does deserve to say that, hey, don't y'all I've I'm the best. Like, I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying I believe that he's the best. He's my number one. But what I'm saying is Drake deserves to be able to say that, whether I think so or not.
I
So,
got you. And he even gave y'all a little sing songy at the end.
oh, he got to give us a little sing song.
Got to. Who else would
Where's
he
Drake
be?
without it?
And
It
it's
would
so
not.
funny because last thing I'll say before we move on, I was listening to it and truly enjoying it. And the beat switched. I didn't know how much time was left. I
Yeah,
said, "Oh, we about to get a whole nother record. He about to go off." And then he started sing songing it, and
that's
I said,
that.
this nigga just can't help himself. He got to sing on every fucking record, even a little bit. Even on his diss record, he got to come in there and show his vocal coach. I didn't forget.
When do you think Drake was like, this verse needs a song?
I think he does that every verse. I think
No, no,
every time
no.
Drake writes a verse, he's like, where can I sing right here? Let me see.
No, but I'm talking about the first time it happened. Because
Oh, no.
but if you think about it, Drake wasn't always singing. The singing the singing came along early, but it wasn't the first thing he was doing.
No, it wasn't.
So I'm just trying to imagine. Same thing with me imagining him, finishing up his yoga and writing his verses. I'm just trying to think about the day where Drake Drake put down a verse and I said, just need some harmony. Need some harmony or something. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah.